नफरत के सौदागरों को अब मत पनपने दीजिए। सौहार्द की बात करने वालों को चहकने दीजिए। राष्ट्र के दुश्मन होते हैं नफरत के बीज बोने वाले। सद्भावना की बात करने वालों को महकने दीजिए।
Check. Harmony makes small things grow. Lack of it makes big things decay. Happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. Mahatma Gandhi.
In the relentless pursuit of a world free from strife, leaders across the globe have ardently sought enduring solutions to the countless challenges that afflict our planet.
Despite the ceaseless endeavors, the realization of true peace remains an elusive dream. A multitude of movements, conferences, and fraternities advocating for global harmony exist, each echoing the collective yearning for a peaceful coexistence.
The quest for peace and harmony has inspired a plethora of formulas and ideas. Yet, a definitive answer to the question, why is world peace so difficult to achieve, remains elusive.
Ladies and gentlemen, we, Don Bosco High School Vadodara, proudly presents to you a mesmerizing theme presentation, The Quest for Peace.
हे रण भले वे खारो खारो भल इनी जा मीठा मीठा धल इनी जा मीठा पूरी ही धरती ते आऊं सूठा मारू मीठा सुट्ठा मारू बिठा
रे को चुंदड़ी ना कोरो कोरू माल मुझे हईड़े में उड़े अज उड़े रे गुलाल करे नदी नदी डमरी तो मोटी रे कमाल मुझे हईड़े में उड़े अज उड़े रे रे को चुंदड़ी ना कोरो कोरू माल मुझे हईड़े में उड़े अज उड़े रे गुलाल करे नदी नदी डमरी तो मोटी रे कमाल मुझे हईड़े में उड़े अज उड़े रे गुलाल
आग मफूट्या रंग रंग मारी बेनु बनी रे पतंग आग मफूट्या रंग रंग मारी बेनु बनी रे पतंग चौर उड़े हर दौर उड़े हरी बाहों मां मंग चौर उड़े हर दौर उड़े हरी बाहों मां
रेती जे कर्ण में फूटी रे धमाल मुझे हईड़े में उड़े अज उड़े रे गुलाल
तोरी रे ना चुंदड़ी ना कोरो कोरो माल मुझे
चोरी चोरी गमतानो करती गुलाल, करती गुलाल, करती गुलाल. Hey Aditya, everything okay? You seem lost.
Yeah, Alice, all good.
Liar, liar. I know you for over 5 years now. Come on, tell me, what's the matter?
Tell me one thing, Alice. How do you manage to catch me all the time?
You see, I'm kind of a detective. Detective Alice. Actually, when your eyebrows go up, it means something is bothering you.
Okay, Madam Detective, you win again. Actually, there is just so much going on around me. It is too overwhelming.
Okay, now if you can be a bit more elaborate, this able detective friend of yours can be of some help. So, go on.
Actually, there is just so much going on around me. At home, in the neighborhood, even in the media. I mean, this conflict thing.
I know what you mean. It feels like we are surrounded by conflicts everywhere we turn. I was watching the news today and it's like every story is about fights and arguments. I don't understand why there's so much negativity.
Yeah, and it is not just about us. I see it affecting everyone around, especially our families. My parents cannot let one day pass by without a fight. They are always quarreling. My neighbors in the society have to pick up every small issue and make a mountain of a molehill. And news these days, there's only negativity and conflict everywhere. It's too overwhelming.
Same here. It's like we are caught in the middle of a storm and there's no escape.
But you know what, Alice? I don't want to just sit back and watch it happen. We may be kids, but we can do something.
You are right, Aditya. We might be young, but we can make a difference. We need to bring some positivity and understanding back into our lives and the lives of those around us.
I like that idea. But where do we start? How do we do this?
जब लाइफ हो आउट ऑफ कंट्रोल होठों को करके गोल होठों को करके गोल सीटी बजा के बोल जब लाइफ हो आउट ऑफ कंट्रोल होठों को करके गोल होठों को करके गोल सीटी बजा के बोल मुर्गी क्या जाने अंडे का क्या होगा अरे लाइफ मिलेगी या तवे पे फ्राई होगा कोई न जाने अपना फ्यूचर क्या होगा होठ घुमा सीढ़ी बजा के बोल भैया ऑरेंज मैन अरे भैया ऑरेंज मैन अरे चाचू ऑरेंज मैन अरे भैया ऑरेंज मैन
पता नहीं, सॉल्यूशन जो मिला था साला क्वेश्चन क्या था पता नहीं।
दिल जो तेरा बात बात पे घबराए, दिल पे रख के हाथ उसे दिल फुसला ले। दिल इडियट है प्यार से उसको समझा ले। होठ घुमाओ सीढ़ी बजा के बोल भैया ऑरेंज मैन, अरे भैया ऑरेंज मैन, अरे चाचू ऑरेंज मैन, अरे भैया ऑरेंज मैन। जब लाइफ हो आउट ऑफ कंट्रोल तो होठों को करके गोल, होठों को करके गोल, सीटी बजा के बोल। मुर्गी का जाने अंडे का क्या होगा, और लाइफ मिलेगी या तवे पे फ्राई होगा। कोई न जाने अपना फ्यूचर क्या होगा। होठ घुमाओ सीढ़ी बजा के बोल भैया ऑरेंज मैन, अरे मुर्गी ऑरेंज मैन, अरे बकरे ऑरेंज मैन, अरे भैया ऑरेंज
It is too simplistic to just look at the trouble around and say all is well. It is easier said than done.
You may be right, Aditya, but we need to begin by stop being overwhelmed by the situation around us. Remember, only when the mind is calm will we be able to find meaningful solutions.
Oh, that's interesting. I never thought of it that way. You really have a point here. When we get overwhelmed, we feel stressed. And when we are stressed, our mind cannot think rationally.
Absolutely right, Aditya. Not just that, this is accompanied by heightened emotions leading to negative thought patterns and finally leading us to make irrational decisions. Sometimes, ones which instead of solving the problem, just escalate them.
Oh, now I see. Whenever my parents are stressed, they just get emotionally carried away and start blaming each other till one of them finally gives up out of frustration.
I guess that's the story everywhere. But last week, I overheard a conversation between my parents. I think I should narrate that incident to you.
Mark, we need to talk, Mark.
What's going on?
It's about us, Mark. The distance between us is growing, and I can't ignore it any longer.
Sarah, we've both been busy lately. It's just a phase.
It's more than that, Mark. We hardly communicate anymore. When was the last time we had a real conversation?
We talk, Sarah. Right now we are talking, right?
But it's surface level stuff. I miss us, Mark. I miss the connection we used to have.
I'm trying my best. Work has been crazy, and you know that.
I understand that. But we can't keep using work as an excuse. Our relationship is suffering.
What do you want me to do, Sarah? I can't change the fact that I have responsibilities.
I am not asking you to change who you are, Mark. I just want us to find a way back to each other. We are drifting apart, and it scares me.
I never wanted things to be like this.
Then let's do something about it. Let's set aside time for each other. rekindle the romance, and remind ourselves why we fell in love in the first place.
I don't want to lose you, Sarah. I just get so caught up in everything.
We need to prioritize us, Mark. Our marriage shouldn't be at the bottom of the list.
You are right. I've been neglecting us and I don't want to lose what we have.
Neither do I. We can make this work, but we need to be intentional about it.
Okay, let's find a way to make things right.
Why don't we start by making time for each other and communicating openly?
जब कोई बात बिगड़ जाए, जब कोई मुश्किल पड़ जाए, तुम देना साथ मेरा ओ हमनवा। जब कोई बात बिगड़ जाए, जब कोई मुश्किल पड़ जाए, तुम देना साथ मेरा ओ हमनवा। न कोई है न कोई था जिंदगी में तुम्हारे सिवा, तुम देना साथ मेरा ओ हमनवा। तुम देना साथ मेरा ओ हमनवा। जब तक रात देता है हर कोई साथ, तुम मगर अंधेरों में ना छोड़ना मेरा हाथ। हो चांदनी जब तक रात देता है हर कोई साथ, तुम मगर अंधेरों में ना छोड़ना मेरा हाथ। जब कोई बात बिगड़ जाए, जब कोई मुश्किल पड़ जाए, तुम देना साथ मेरा ओ हमनवा। न कोई है न कोई था जिंदगी में तुम्हारे सिवा, तुम देना साथ मेरा ओ हमनवा।
Wow, your parents are just amazing.
Yes, they certainly are. I feel it needs courage to let go of egos and be willing to listen to the other.
It is all about letting go.
Hey you! Stop
Mind your own business.
What's the quarreling sound coming from our neighborhood?
Come, let's check.
Sunita, what you are doing is not right.
What are you talking about, Sangeeta?
This mess. It's because of your oversized boxes and bags. It's inconsiderate.
Come on. It's not just me. Everyone uses the bins.
Yes, but not everyone treats it like their personal dumping ground. Your trash is spilling out and it attracts pests.
Oh, please. I'm sure a few extra bags won't cause a rat infestation.
It's about respect, Sunita. We all live here and we need to consider each other.
Respect? You are the one always nosing into other people's business.
This affects everyone. It's a matter of cleanliness and hygiene.
Fine, I'll be more careful. But you need to chill out.
You are the one who needs to learn some manners.
Better be careful. Don't cross your limits, or else you will have to face the consequences. You are always complaining about something. Go, get a life.
I wouldn't have to complain if people like you would show some consideration.
Oh, I'll consider it while I toss my trash, Your Majesty.
Maybe if you had an ounce of decency, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Auntie, it's okay. Just let go. See, the door-to-door waste recovery van is already here. Just use this service, dump your waste, and move on.
There are other serious issues in life as well that we have to deal with. So let us just move on.
देख 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 तू यहाँ वहाँ न फेंक, देख 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 तू यहाँ वहाँ न फेंक, देख फैलेगी बीमारी होगा सबका बुरा हाल।
तो क्या करें भैया?
गाड़ी वाला आया घर से कचरा निकाल, गाड़ी वाला आया घर से कचरा निकाल, गाड़ी वाला आया घर से कचरा निकाल, गाड़ी वाला आया घर से कचरा निकाल। देख 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 तू यहाँ वहाँ न फेंक, देख फैलेगी बीमारी होगा सबका बुरा हाल।
अरे तो क्या करे भैया?
गाड़ी वाला आया घर से कचरा निकाल, गाड़ी वाला आया घर से कचरा निकाल,
गाड़ी वाला आया घर से कचरा निकाल, गाड़ी वाला आया घर से कचरा निकाल।
सुन भैया सुन बहना, मेरा है यह कहना, सब्जी के छिलके हैं कतरन जो फल के हैं, घर में पड़ी धूल डस्ट हमको देता भारी कष्ट, पूजन के बाद बची राख फूल पाती है, कुछ चीजें सड़ी गली बीमारी लाती है। देख 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 कचरा यूं न कहीं फेंक, देख 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 कचरा यूं न कहीं फेंक, देख मान भी जा बात मेरी, देख यूं न टाल।
अरे तो क्या करें भैया?
गाड़ी वाला आया घर से कचरा निकाल, गाड़ी वाला आया घर से कचरा निकाल,
गाड़ी वाला आया घर से कचरा निकाल, गाड़ी वाला आया घर से कचरा निकाल।
कागज के टुकड़े हैं ये अपने दुखड़े हैं। प्लास्टिक बेकार पड़ी यूं न पॉलीथीन रखो, घर में डस्टबिन रखो, 1 2 3 रखो, कुछ सूखे कुछ गीले अलग अलग कचरे रखो। टूटे कांच कील टीन अपने घर न कचरे रखो। देख 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 कचरा यूं न कहीं फेंक, देख 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 कचरा यूं न कहीं फेंक। देख खुद के तन की करना है खुद को ही देखभाल।
तो क्या करें भैया?
गाड़ी वाला आया घर से कचरा निकाल, गाड़ी वाला आया घर से कचरा निकाल,
गाड़ी वाला आया घर से कचरा निकाल, गाड़ी वाला आया घर से कचरा निकाल।
I always find this place so peaceful. No one to distract, no one to disturb. Far away from all these conflict situations.
Well, I love the ambience here. It is so relaxing. Wait! Look at the breaking news on the TV. Waiter, just turn up the volume, please.
2 army personnel have been killed in encounter with terrorists in Jammu Kashmir's Rajouri. 2 army personnel were killed during an encounter between security forces and terrorists in Jammu Kashmir's Rajouri district on Wednesday. This is what officials have said.
Oh no, not again.
That's heartbreaking. These sacrifices never seem to end.
In this area, we have seen more often than not security forces suffer casualties, while the number of militants killed in the encounters is much less than the number of soldiers who have been killed in action. Of late, we have seen there is, militants have changed their strategy and they are more operating in the forest and jungle areas. So in these areas of Rajouri, since early this year, we have seen several encounters where security forces, army, and including the paramilitary special forces, paratroopers, special forces of the army have suffered casualties.
It's devastating. These soldiers give everything for our safety.
And it feels like we are stuck in this never-ending cycle of conflicts. Families lose their loved ones. And for what? When will there be peace? I can't help but feel helpless, sitting here, sipping coffee, while they fight for us.
We can't change the world overnight, but we can remember and honor their sacrifices.
No, this cannot go on. There has to be a way out of this. We just cannot sit down silently and see peace vanish from our country, from our neighborhood, and from our lives.
धुआं 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 ही धुआं। धुआं 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 ही धुआं। ये साजिशें दिशाओं की, ये साजिशें हवाओं की, लहू लुहान हो गई ज़मीं ये देवताओं की। न शंख की सदाएं हैं, न अब ज़दा अज़ान की। नजर मेरी जमीन को लगी है आसमान की, है दर बदर ये लोग क्यों जले हैं, क्यों मकान। धुआं 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 ही धुआं। ये किसने आग डाल दी है नर्म नर्म घास पर, लिखा हुआ है जिंदगी यहाँ हर एक लाश पर। ये तख्त की लड़ाई है, ये कुर्सियों की जंग है, ये बेगुनाह खून भी सियासतों का रंग है। लकीर खींच दी गई दिलों के दरमियां। धुआं 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 ही धुआं। धुआं 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 ही धुआं।
In the hallowed silence of a field, I stand, not with the living, a soldier once, now a whisper in the wind. I beseech you, living souls, to heed the counsel of the fallen. Stop the fighting. Let the thunder of war give way to the gentle symphony of peace. I, who have felt the weight of the uniform and the sting of the battlefield, beseech you to build a world where the drums of war are but a distant memory. O politicians, draped in cloaks of power and ambition, let not the drums of war drown out the cries of the wounded hearts. I implore you, look beyond the borders drawn in ink, for in your hands, O leaders, lies the power to transform the battlegrounds into gardens of compassion. Your decisions ripple through time, shaping the destinies of nations. Choose the path that leads to unity, not division. In the name of the fallen, I urge you to wield the weapons of compassion and understanding. Let not the sacrifices made be in vain, but rather let them be seeds from which a garden of harmony blossoms. And to each one of you seated here, it is not enough to yearn for peace. You must actively sow its seeds. Let empathy guide your actions, and let kindness be the currency of your interactions. The responsibility for a harmonious world rests upon every shoulder seated here. In unity there is strength. In compassion there is resilience. Hear my plea, for it is not the cry of one, but the chorus of countless souls longing for a world where the echoes of war are replaced by the gentle hum of peace.
I pledge to cultivate understanding. I will seek to understand perspectives different from my own, recognizing diversity as a source of strength rather than division.
I pledge to promote compassion. I will practice compassion in my daily interactions by acknowledging the struggles and triumphs of others, extending kindness to all those around me.
I pledge to reject violence. I understand that true strength lies in peaceful resolution, and I commit to finding non-violent solutions to conflict, both personal and global.
I pledge to advocate for justice. I will stand up against injustice and inequality. A just world is a foundation for lasting peace, and I will work towards dismantling systems that perpetuate discrimination.
I pledge to educate and empower. By empowering others with knowledge, I will promote a world where understanding, compassion, and justice prevail.
The journey towards peace requires each one of us to take charge. Are you willing to pledge to be ambassadors of peace? Come, let's break the bonds of selfishness and reach out in love. For where there is love, peace shall surely prevail.
कमरे में लाल बंद है, एक कमरे में पीला, एक कमरे में हरा फसा है, एक कमरे में नीला, एक कमरे में रुका गुलाबी बैंगनी के इंतजार में दीवारें शायद बड़ी हो रही रंगों के व्यवहार में। कैसे खेले हम होली, कैसे रंग दे तुझे प्यार से, जब तक खुद हम ना जोड़े जो टूट रहा दीवार से। तो आओ गीत गाओ, अपने बाएं हाथ को दाएं से मिलाओ। तो आओ हाथ बढ़ाओ, दिलों के ताले खोल दो, ये दीवारें गिराओ। किसने ये नियम बनाए, किसने है हमको सिखाया, किसने हमको आदिकाल से फर्क का फर्क पढ़ाया,
किसने है हमको बांटा, किसने फायदा दिखाया,
किसने हमको खुद चलकर अपनी फांसी पर लटकाया। अपने ही हाथ काट रहे किसी और की मंजूरी पे, रंग ये जो दौरे सिमट गए, टूटेंगे हम कमजोरी से। तो आओ गीत गाओ, अपने बाएं हाथ को दाएं से मिलाओ। आओ हाथ बढ़ाओ, दिलों की ताले खोल दो, ये दीवारें गिराओ। शिकस्त मिटा दे झूठी दूरियां, रंगों को करे स्वतंत्र। खुल के जिए सब साथ में, हर अपना खुद सवारे, अहम को अपने छोड़कर साथ बैठे कुछ वक्त गुजारे।
जो ये सारे रंग अब मिल जाएंगे, खुशी के गीत बन जाएंगे।